Hey everyone, it's Kelly with Good Dogs Minnesota. I am really quickly going to show you how to set the boost level for your EZ Educator. Boost is basically the ability to jump a number of levels with the push of a button. I don't usually use boost until my dog is fully trained on the E-Collar, till they fully know what the stimulation means, right? Because if I'm going to be jumping levels that quickly, I really want to make sure my dog understands the language of the E-Collar. So if you have set it the way I have my client set it, which is everything being at continuous, in order to set your boost, you actually have to turn one of these buttons into momentary. So we'll hit our program button. Vibrate, tone, momentary. So now this button is momentary. In order to do any programming with this, guys, though, this has to be on 0. So make sure you do that. If it's turned like this and you start pushing buttons, it actually won't work. And they do that as a safety measure for the dog. So we've got our one that's on momentary. So now because I have this button on momentary, I'm going to actually hold this button for about 5 seconds. Aha. Now we've got this M plus and C plus. That means that's your boost level. Right now the boost is set at 1, which is the minimum it can be set at. And I could, let's say, I'll turn it to 10 for a good example. All right, so our boost is set at 10. I hit this again. We're back to normal functioning. Now and I'll actually turn, back to 0. And I've actually accidentally locked it. If you hold this down, it will lock it. So if you hold this down for a minute while you're trying to fiddle around with your fingers, it will actually lock the level. So keep that in mind if you're turning it around and you're like, oh, it's not changing. It's just probably because you accidentally locked the level. So now I'm going to turn it to, let's say I'm at a 10. 11. 10 with my dog. And I'm going to go ahead and hit continuous. And then I can add the boost, which is adding, if I push this button and the red button at the same time, now we have continuous boost, which will add 10 levels to that at the push of a button. Again, I don't use that very often. If I do use the boost or have it on a boost setting, it's usually because I'm going to have this locked. So I can also, let's say I locked it at a 10, which is just putting the program button. And let's say I use it at a 10 and my dog gets locked and I don't have time to unlock it, I can hit it at a boost, right? So that would be the only reason why I would use the boost. Again, I don't use it in the beginning of training. It's more so for down the road when we're actually not using our E-Collar very often. Yep, and that's how you can set your boost on your EZ Educator.